afternoon, everyone. In this video, I will show you the ins and outs of deworming dogs and cats. So some worms that are found in dogs and cats are roundworms. They're most prevalent in puppies and kittens because they can be contracted in the uterus. This is because if the mother dog or cat has roundworms, it can actually move through her and into the uterus and affect the puppy or kitten before it's even born. Another type of worm are whipworms, and these ones are hard to diagnose due to the worm not shedding as many eggs as other types of worms, so it's much harder to spot in a fecal sample. Another worm are hookworms, and they're more common in dogs than cats. So these worms, they're small and thin, and they will hook on to the intestinal wall of an animal and suck its blood. And finally, another type of worms that are in dogs and cats are tapeworms. And so these are contracted by a dog or cat eating a flea. So fleas very much like to eat tapeworm eggs. So as you can see, if the flea eats the egg and the dog eats the flea, then they'll contract the worm as well. So the types of dewormers that you can use on cats and dogs, there's a wide variety of them. But some of them include Drontal for cats, which is administered orally by pill, Droncit, which is also administered by pill, Profender for cats, and actually I have an example right here is what it looks like. It's pretty small. And this one is administered topically. So if Otis here was a cat, then you would find his shoulder blades here, and you would part the fur, and then just take this and squeeze the liquid onto here. And then your cat would be dewormed. Now these come in different sizes. If you have a kitten, if you have a medium-sized cat or a large cat, you just go to the vet and you ask them like what you need, and once they tell you, then you just say how big your cat is and they'll give it you the right thing. Another thing is Dogworm 3, which is also a pill. And then I also have this Revolution. It's also another type of dewormer. And this one is also topically put on. So it comes in these little packets. I think they come six per box. And so the one I have here, it goes by weight, and it's 20 to 40 kilograms. So you always have to make sure that you convert your kilograms to pounds by timesing it by 2.2. So it's roughly from like 40 pounds to 80 pounds, around there. And Otis here fits in that category. So then you just kind of take it apart, and then you just open it. You just kind of rip it there. And again, it's just this little tube here, as you can see. Yeah, Otis is pretty interested in it. He probably thinks it's food. And so, as you can see, it's kind of forward on the lid here, like that. So all you do to puncture it is push it in, and then it'll puncture. So then you get your dog or your cat. This is for dogs. So just kind of let them sniff it, know that you're just not doing anything mean or anything, and you take the lid off. Again, you find his shoulder blades here, and you part his fur. Just give you a better look here. You part his fur, and then you take your stuff, and then you just squeeze it out on his skin there. Make sure it's all out there. Kind of just brush it back, and there you go. And then he is dewormed. So you want to get it, the reason why it's up by the shoulder blades is so they can't lick it off. So, like say you put it down here, then your dog can reach it and lick it, which isn't good for him. Yeah, so those are the types of dewormers for cats and dogs. And now, how to deworm. You can either do what I did, and if you somewhat know what you're doing, then you just go to the vet clinic and you ask them like for a dewormer, and you say what size your dog is, and they'll give you the correct one. And then you just do what I did here. Or, of course, if you would like to rather go to the vet and let the vet do it, then you just need to make an appointment, maybe bring a fecal sample just to see if there's more than one type of worm in your dog. And yeah, and so if the results are positive, then you just, again, ask your vet for the best type of medication. And then either you can administer it or she can administer it, whoever. Yeah, so those are the ins and outs of deworming your dog or cat or horse or cow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, have a good night, everyone.